Hey folks, my name's Allie and I'm here to tell you how I lost 170 pounds in 2 years using a keto diet. And a keto diet is essentially a very low carb diet. Daily I eat about 20 grams of carbs, most of which come from vegetables. The rest of my diet consists of moderate protein and fats. Some people call it a high fat, low carb diet, but for me I don't really go for the high fat, I go for the low carb. The fat just helps me keep low carb. And a keto diet is essentially just a way to keep your calories in check. Because at the end of the day, it's calories in versus calories out. So eating a low carb diet can help people like me, and maybe you, maintain their calorie deficits so that they can lose weight. So where did I learn about the diet? Well, there's this YouTuber I was watching years ago called JP Metz, and she was talking about this new diet that she was on because she was trying to lose weight called the keto diet. And in one of her vlogs or videos, she was eating this rotisserie chicken, skin and all, and I was like, whoa, that's a diet that I could do. So I looked it up online and I found, of course, a Reddit for it, a subreddit. And I became part of that subreddit community for keto, r/keto. And I learned the ins and outs about the diet. And about a week after reading about it and trying to gain information about it, I started the diet. So what was my first day like? Well, it was a Friday. And I think it was February 13th was my first day on the diet, Friday the 13th of February, back in 2015. And I don't remember the breakfast, but I remember the dinner because I was going to see the guy I was dating at the time. And I told him about this diet and I said, hey, for supper we're going to have bunless burgers. So I got some ground beef and I made us bunless burgers and I put tomatoes and onions and lettuce and cheese and mustard on them and they were delicious. And then that next morning I woke up and I'm not really much of a coffee drinker, but he had espresso. And so I had this huge cup of espresso. And you know espressos are supposed to come in like a little cup like this, usually. But I had this huge cup of espresso. And I remember walking around feeling so energized. And I think it was the espresso, but also the fact that I knew that I was changing my lifestyle. And that I was going to stick to this diet because it just sounded so easy to do. I mean, eating good food and losing weight. Sounds like a scam, but it wasn't, and it worked for me. And that's why I'm here talking to you today. So in the beginning, the diet was pretty easy. It was good progress. I was losing weight every single week. Within the first month or so, people started noticing, say, hey, your face looks a little bit slimmer. And what really helps with this diet is that in the very beginning, you lose a lot of water weight. I think maybe in 2 weeks, I lost maybe 10 pounds of water weight, which just seeing that on a scale really motivates you to continue going on. And I was like, whoa, this is amazing. So throughout the months, I just kept seeing that weight come off just by eliminating high carb foods like sugars and starches. So essentially, I was cutting out bread, pasta, potatoes, flour, wheat, things like that, and then sweets. So the first year, I lost a lot of weight. The majority of my weight. I lost 120 pounds. And then the second year, I lost about 50. So a total of 170. And actually I've hit my weight goal. I've reached 150 pounds and that's why I decided to make this video. I'm somebody that's done the diet for a while. I feel like I'm an expert, maybe not on the science, but definitely on the method of continuing the diet and knowing the ins and outs and how it works. And that's why I wanted to make this video, is just reach out to other people who might have struggled with their weight and help them maybe find the keto diet. Some things that have changed after I've done this diet. I feel great. I look great. I'm not going to brag, but I'm kind of bragging. I eat real food, lots of vegetables. I'm eating more vegetables now than I have in my entire life, which is a good thing, getting all those nutrients. I eat almost no pre-made meals. I do go out to eat sometimes. I prefer not to, just because it's harder to measure your calories and your macronutrients and things like that. But I do get to go out to eat. It's not a total deprivation diet, which is why I love it. It's something that I can stick to, and it's not too hard, which is why I think it's a good diet for people who struggle with food addiction. I mean, I am addicted to food, and it's one of those things where, you know, we're surrounded by food in society. Gathering with family and friends means eating food lots of the time. And so it's not something that you can just quit cold turkey. You can't stop eating food, because not only is it a part of our society, but we have to live, right? So it's our fuel. So it's not something that we can just stop. And it's something that we're surrounded by all the time, whether we're with family or friends or just watching TV or just, you know, coming home from work and we're starving. So eating a keto diet is something that you can do if you love food, but it helps you lose weight at the same time, because you get to eat good food and it's not a deprivation, and it's something that you can stick with. It's easier to stick with than other types of diets, in my opinion. Another thing that I've noticed is that sweets are more sweet. I'll eat an eggplant, and to me it kind of tastes like an apple. A raw eggplant. I will eat carrots, and I can taste how sweet they are. So you kind of readjust your taste settings so that peanut butter becomes such a sweet treat that you don't even crave ice cream. And peanut butter is a lot better for you because it's not all sugar. I mean, it's got some, but not a lot. And it's got lots of fiber, so it's good too. I am walking a lot more. Actually, that's my main form of exercise. I love walking. I walk around all day. My job requires me to walk around and walk long distances. I love walking through the mall, and after I get off work, I love walking through department stores, and I love walking through parks. When I was fat, I liked walking. I just couldn't do it for very long, and it was kind of embarrassing. Even just walking up a slight hill or walking upstairs winded me. And now that I've lost the weight, I feel great, and I can walk everywhere, and I love it. And I don't know, it makes me feel like I can do everything just because I can walk places. So that's just an introduction to the diet, how I came upon it, what it was like in my beginning stages with it, how far it's taken me. Like I said, I've gotten down to 150 pounds, and that was my goal, and I've reached it. I've done something that I think can help inspire other people. So that's why I'm making this video. So if you'd like to see more videos like this, if you have any questions, leave me a comment. I definitely want to make more videos in the future. And that's all for today. So just let me know what you think. Again, if you're curious about the diet, I recommend looking it up. It really helped change my life for the better. I'm 10 times more happier now, not just because I lost the weight, but because it changed my lifestyle, and I'm really thankful for that. So, see you next time. Bye.